So this is day 3 hair. Gross, right? Well, not really. If your hair is really greasy, you may try to wash it less often because sometimes washing it too much can make the body actually produce more oil, so it actually causes your hair to get greasier. So if you wash it less often, it actually can keep it from drying out too. So now we're just going to brush the hair out to make sure there's no knots or tangles, and I'm just using a boar head bristle brush, and I'm just brushing through, making sure there's no tangles or knots. Okay, so now we're just going to brush our hair into a high ponytail, trying to make sure that it's smooth all around. Now remember, the higher your ponytail, the higher your bun is going to be. I generally like to wear mine around the crown area of my hair. So this is me just trying to get it up into a nice high ponytail. So now just take a hair elastic. Mine's a little on the looser side, so I'm just going to make sure I wrap it around a couple extra times just to make sure it's nice and tight. So just wrap it around. And then I like to pull on it after it's in a ponytail just to make sure it's nice and tight. So now you've got this nice high ponytail. Smooth out any lumps and bumps. Just brush back towards where the band is, because when you do your sock bun, that's actually going to cover it. Now just make sure your bangs or whatever pieces you have down are where you want them. And there you go. And now we're going to take our sock, which is just a sock, and I'll show you here in just a second. It's a sock that I went ahead and cut the toes off, and then you just roll it down over itself. I chose a thicker sock just so I could have a nice full bun. Now ideally you'd want a sock that's close to your natural hair color, but this is all I had. Okay, you're going to pull your hair all the way up, and then just put it through the hole in the sock. And I'll show you here in just a second in the front. There you go. You're going to wrap it and just tuck it under the sock, and as you're tucking, you're going to roll the sock down. And you're just going to keep rolling down, and if you have layers, they may stick out, but as you're rolling, just continue to tuck it under and roll the sock. And as you see, as I'm rolling the sock, I'm pulling the hair a little bit so that it covers the entire sock. And just keep rolling until you get it all the way down to your hair and covering the band. And then you can just pull on it and arrange the hair any way you want it, but it's pretty much done. So now I'm just going to smooth out the hairs, and just like before, you just want to push it up and it'll hide underneath the bun, so I just kind of push it up underneath there. See, and now it's covered. So now I'm just going to take a bobby pin, and what you're going to do is just grab a tiny bit of the hair from the sock bun and then push it down on your scalp and push it all the way in. And you can, this is very moldable, you can push on it, you can pull on it. The hair generally doesn't come out of the bun once it's wrapped up in the sock. If you have shorter hair, it may poke out, but that's okay, just put a couple bobby pins in it. And these bobby pins are just to secure the bun so that it doesn't flop all over the place. Okay, so there you go. That's what it looks like. Alright, now we're going to take some hairspray. Now this is just my favorite Updo hairspray. I wouldn't recommend it for everyday use because it does contain alcohol, which can be drying to the hair. But for Updos, it's one of my favorites. And you can buy it at the dollar store. I got mine at Dollar Tree. Now here I'm just taking out a couple wispies. I like to have a little bit around my face to frame my face. And then just spray whatever I might have pulled down, just to smooth it out. And just tug on it, and you can push on it like I said and just spray it in place, and it should hold for you. And see, there's a little bit out of place. Just tuck it under the bun and spray it, and then you're good to go. And here you'll see it's a little out of place, so I just push it down and then pull it in the other section, and then that evens it right out. So you just really have to work with it. Now let's accessorize. This first one is just a couple rosettes I made with some fabric and put it on a headband, and I just think it adds a really nice romantic feel to the bun, just to have that little pop. Next is a large colorful bow. This gives it a nice pop of color and it makes it a little funkier. This is actually my daughter's bow, but I think it looked perfect with the shirt I was wearing. And if you don't like the big bows, you could always use a small bow, and this is just a small bow on an alligator clip. And you just slide it in, and it's something cute and flirty. just to add a little fun. My favorite are flowers. Now this is a homemade flower from my sister-in-law, and I just slide it in, and I like to put it up very close to the bun, almost like it's in the bun, and then just rearrange the bun to make sure it didn't lose its shape. And that's my favorite. So there you go, a nice, quick, romantic updo. Bye!